I love music, bro. Oh my god. Yo, what is going on, Tiggs? Welcome back to another reaction, review, commentary, whichever one you would like to consider it. So, this is not a Patreon request. This is actually something out of my own, volition. This is BTS outro tier, as you guys see from the title. So, I did a bit of research. You guys know I like doing my research before I hop into anything BTS. Anything in general, I like doing a bit of research. Otherwise, Patreon members, they'll give me the information that I need. But I did my own research, and apparently, okay, BTS outro tier is actually about a possible breakup. This was released back in May of 2018. So they were thinking about a breakup back in 2018. My God. I can't imagine how crazy people were thinking. You know what I mean? It seemed like the song has Suga, J-Hope, and RM. It's the rap line. They're doing their thing out there. Anyways, to cut a long intro short, again, we have a lot of stuff over on Patreon. For those of you guys who are interested in Patreon, we're watching Run BTS over there. We have a bunch of episodes out there. Again, all live BTS performances are Patreon exclusive, so definitely go check that out. Anyways, to cut a long intro short, if you guys are not yet subscribed, do hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the video. Let's go. Apparently some of the lyrics now can be, interpreted with a different meaning. So we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it takes us. See how it is. Very eerie. Okay. I like the ambiance that you can hear, that you can feel. It's very touching. Hey. Ooh, this build up though. Okay. Okay. Hey. Hold on. RN, are you coming in with some shit, boy? About to make me turn into Looney Tunes out here. Relax. Let me read. You came too fast. That's what she said. Okay. Okay. Parting is the reward that comes only at the end of my play of lies. That's very interesting. He's not talking about the other members, is he? Hey. Hold on! Oh, my guy said, if somebody said they could have turned back time, would I be a bit more honest? You see, I hear this philosophy often, if I could turn back time, then I would. I don't think I would turn back time if I could. I feel like all the situations, all the experiences have built my character, built me to be who I am right now. And even when I'm in very sad, depressive episodes, I'm thankful for all the experiences that I've had. You know what I mean? Because they have built me, and they have created me, and they've made me better, right? Even the failed assignments, the failed relationships, I do not regret anything. I feel like living with regret, it's painful. You got to learn how to overcome that regret and work past it. But I completely resonate with what RM was saying. And maybe in one point in my life, I did think, maybe if I could rewind time, maybe I would do something differently. No, I'm not saying that I would never do anything differently. I'm saying that if given the opportunity, my past self would most likely take up that offer. Maybe I would rewind time. Maybe I would go, change my decision. Maybe I would go look at the lottery, all right? And then go back in time and then go put in the lottery, and then I'd have bands. Ooh. Kenny! Ah! Is he talking about himself? What if this is a play on word? What if he's talking about himself? Maybe I could have been a little... See, because the thing about RM, he loves referencing himself in third person. RM Rap Monster, he kept referring to himself in third person. Maybe he's doing the exact same thing right here. Saying, yo, maybe I could have been a little bit more honest with you. Maybe I could have done this a little bit different. It's late, but you said it was true that only you loved me more. Is he talking about himself? Is he talking about loving himself? Hold on. I'm gonna do a bit of research and I'm gonna be right back. RM's wilding right now, bro. Right here, right above me, it says, the members of BTS discussed disbanding. After filming an episode of Run BTS in London, the group sat down to share a meal together. They talked about how 2019 was mentally a better year for them than 2018. The Love Yourself, Speak Yourself tour and how close they have become over the years. The group then got on the topic of disbanding and openly discussed it. So they sat in front of the fans and they basically talked about that. That's wild. Imagine going to a BTS concert and they just sit down in chairs and they start talking about disbanding. I would lose my shit. I think I would lose my shit in a negative way. I think all shits would be gone. And I quote, it says, if there comes a time when I can no longer physically perform, like Namjoon said, the first thing I think is I have no regrets, Jin told the members. See, I like that philosophy. He ideally said, if there comes a point in time where, you know, I can no longer do what it is I'm doing, you know, I have no regrets. I did my time. I did what I could do. And I set an example and I did what I did. You know what I mean? I would have no regrets. I like that. As long as it's not a crash, but a landing, there would be no regret. A lot of you guys, if you guys know 21 had a very crazy breakup. You know, it was not a good breakup whatsoever. The whole disbandment of 21 is shit. After I watched, you know, a bunch of stuff on Win Who Was Next, 21's disbandment was shit and it pissed me off after learning more about it. Of course, I like what they're saying. I like the whole philosophy of them saying, you know, if this does happen, then I know that I led my career in a positive direction, and as long as we disband without ever crashing or falling or burning or anything like that, you know, I'll be happy because I left an impact. And that's what it's about. They left a legacy. And regardless, I'm always going to support them. Solo, in a band, whatever it may be, they're always going to have my support. And I know as the fans, you're always going to be giving them their support. BTS's fan base is unstoppable. Point blank, period. You guys are built different. I'm letting you guys know that from now. You guys are built different. But let's keep going. I think I'm getting a general idea of what they're talking about. Again, there are time codes in the video for those of you guys who keep talking shit. You can skip to the reaction if you want to skip to the reaction, alright?
I don't want to listen to that.
Hey. Yeah. Yo, listen to the flow. Kitty. You're my tear. J-Hope's coming next, isn't he? Oh! He came in with the auto-tune. Okay, hold on. That's actually really dope. I didn't think you were gonna come in like that. You're like singing now. See, you're like singing on the track. Hold on, I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was gonna come in rapping. Kenny thought he was gonna come in rapping too, but my guy came in singing with some auto tune. Listen. Wow. But this place becomes our last. That's deep. Sugar! 윤기! Hold on. You see? My energy right now, the energy that I have is very hype right now. And the reason for that is because it's such a good song. But the message that they're delivering is so sentimental. But the song is good. I'm at a crossroad between bobbing my head and listening carefully. See, I'm going to do both. And I'm going to need you guys to accept that. All right? I'm going to stand by my decision. And I'm going to keep doing what it is I'm doing. So you just keep watching. This is fire. But what we're going to talk about at the end, by the way. So... Isn't the duality in that so crazy? He's saying you're my tear, but you're also my fear. That's nice. Hey, you're my fear. Hey, you're my. Woo. Switch it up. That hit me harder than many things have hit me in a long time. Now I understand why you guys wanted me to check out Outro Tier. I'm pausing a shit ton, my god. There's no such thing as a beautiful parting, so just get started now. Oh my god. My heart. Sugar's riding this like he's on a wave right now. Okay, Yoongi. Give me that yeah again, come on. Oh my god, you see, it's so fucking crazy, man. I remember before I started listening to K-hip-hop or anything K-pop like related, I didn't listen to a lot of songs or music videos to be specific. I'm gonna be real with you. I've most likely listened to more songs in K-pop than I have in Western, you know. I've probably listened to way more K-pop songs, K-hip-hop songs than I have in Western. But what am I getting at with that? I'm trying to say that since switching over to K-pop, since switching over to K-hip-hop, I've seen such a difference in dynamics, such a difference in flows. I've seen so many more crazy things through the Eastern scene, through K-pop and stuff like that. It's really hard to be in the gym and listening to something Western, because it doesn't hit the same than listening to something that I don't know unless I read lyrics. I don't know how to explain that. I like listening to sounds in the gym, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter if I can understand it. As long as they're, you know, flowing a certain way, as long as they're saying things a certain way, then it hits, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna be so real with you, bro. BTS has some of the best gym bangers ever. I'll be in there on my last set. On my last set, pushing that barbell off my chest, trying to get it up. And it's when Yoongi comes in, or when Jimin comes in with those high notes, I get that set, that I finish that rip. Bro, I love music, bro. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know if you guys heard that little run in the background. It wasn't detuned, but it was like pitched down a bit. Listen to it. It goes like, I can't even do it. Listen. Oh, you hear that? That was nice. Oh yes, yes, Papa Yoongi, yes. There's no use to me parting is to me only that moment flashback. There's no use to me parting is to me only that moment. You know, parting is just parting. It doesn't mean it's over. You know what I mean? It's just parting in that very moment. I get that. I get that. Bro, J-Hope is fire, bro. I'm listening to Arm on the chorus. Arm was murdering the chorus, and then I heard Suga or Yoongi come in with autotune and his singing and shit like that. J-Hope came in singing first too, right? And bro, J-Hope is rapping. J-Hope is going crazy on the track, bro. Holy shit. I'm so hyped right now. I think the main reason I'm so hyped today is because it's been a minute since I've listened to anything BTS related. So coming back to them, I'm like, shit, they killing it. Fire. My guy, that's real air in the studio. That was real breath my guy came out with in the studio. That wasn't that wasn't anything simple. That was real air exiting those lungs. Did you hear him breathing? That was real. That was real. Oh my god. It's time to be real. You know, it's time to be very real. Let's talk. The song was very serious. You know, it had very serious points. They spoke about how, I think it was 2018 or 2019, it was just a mentally gruesome time for them. You know, it was really hard, really stressful, and then the following year was a lot better than the previous year, and that's when they openly spoke about, you know, what outro tier meant. My interpretation on the whole thought process of a group disbanding, you know, it's inevitable, right? All good things eventually come to an end. Point blank period. All good things eventually come to an end, but that does not mean better things are not to come. It's inevitable that one day, you know, the group, the idea revolving around BTS and what BTS is will come to an end, right? And I know that's going to trigger a bunch of people, and a lot of people are going to be like, why are you saying that? But I'm being real and I'm being honest and I'm being genuine with you. We all know that things like that eventually end. You know, all groups eventually break apart, but it doesn't mean those groups will not come back and make more music together. It just means it's time for them to focus on what they want to focus on, which is themselves. You know, being in a group atmosphere, it's very hard and it's very complex to continue doing that. And I can only imagine, you know, how stressful it was for the boys at one point. So I completely understand them openly speaking about disbanding, them openly speaking about stuff like that. I completely get that. All right. And as fans, you know, we got to support them. We got to support the decision. Of course, we don't want groups to disband. Of course, we don't want things like that to happen. But again, these people are people, right? They have feelings. They have emotions. They are not just idle. And something that I've realized within the K-pop niche is that we tend to look at idols as these gigantic figures in life. You know what I mean? We tend to look at these idols as legitimate idols, you know? And we tend to forget that they're human beings. We tend to forget that they have things that they want to do. And the pressure of fans can be so gruesome at times that it's hard for them to move on. It's hard for them to do things that they want to do because fans are stressing them. You know what I mean? BTS has some of the best fan base, and I know BTS's fan base is very supportive of them. I'm not saying you guys aren't. I'm part of ARMY, so it's not like I'm trying to say, you know, we don't support them. I'm trying to get at how mentally gruesome it must be to have had that conversation with people, to have had that conversation in interviews, whatever it may be. That must have been such a stressful point. To be one of the #1 groups in the world and to speak about a topic like that, that takes some guts. But I guarantee you that's made them grow a lot, a lot. Outro tier, very sad song. But in terms of, you know, instrumental, in terms of how it was a banger. It was a very beautiful song. I loved it. I enjoyed it for what it was. I do feel like that was one of my favorite ones because it was a lot more sentimental. It was a lot more meaningful. And it hit places that I never thought it was going to hit. And it made me relate to things I never thought I was going to relate to. Anyways, I ain't got much else to say other than we do have a lot of stuff over on Patreon. If you guys want to go check that out, support the channel because Patreon is what allows me to continue doing what it is I love to do, which is reacting, reviewing, commentating, whichever you want to consider it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will catch you guys in the next reaction, review, commentary, whatever you like to consider. I will see you guys then. As I always say, stay present, remain present because present moment is all you have.
He lost, but he didn't lose at the same time. He lost, but he won. That pure face of rage. Like, I may be losing now. I may have lost the battle, but I won the war is what he's saying right now. Yup. This isn't my child. He's not even my family member. He gotta listen to these two. Look at it. I know. He's going in. You know what I'm saying?